The reason you two cannot communicate with each other because you are at a different frequency and the other person is at a different frequency. And communication happens when there is a vibrational match. Communication is not about words. It seems that it's just about words. In the third density stage of consciousness, we were very accustomed to just verbal communication. But now that we're ascending to fourth density stage of consciousness, we are becoming more aware of the energetic communication that is happening. So if you are trying to communicate with somebody and you are noticing that no matter how many words come out of your mouth, they don't get it, or that there is just a blockade that is stopping them from receiving what you're giving to them, no matter what you say, how much time you spend communicating, the reason is this, is because they are at a different frequency, you are at a different frequency, and communication does not happen when there is a vibrational mismatch. Okay, so think about the radio. The radio is a device, right, which receives signals which are transmitted and converts it into electrical signals and then audio, and you listen to it, right? Now you have to understand how it works. It works because it calibrates itself to receive the bandwidth of signals and matches its frequency. So let's say if a signal is being sent to, let's say, a 110 hertz or something. Now the radio will first have to calibrate to match its frequency and receive the frequency first. So you will do the dialing thingy, and what you're basically doing is telling the radio, you know what, I want to receive 110 hertz or 98.7 hertz, whatever, and it matches and it calibrates. And then when they are both at the same vibrational place, now communication is happening between the radio and the transmitted signal, and then you get to hear the music or listen to whatever being transmitted. What you are trying to communicate with other person is exactly the same. You are not uttering words, you are giving off energy. The words are just coatings over the energy, right? So when the person who is like a radio is not calibrated to your frequency yet, no matter how many things you say, they are not going to get it, and you are going to get exhausted, and you are going to think that, you know, there's something wrong with me or the other person, which is not the truth. There is nothing wrong with you or the other person. Often we think that, you know, it's the other person's fault because they are not open enough, they are not receptive enough, they are not, you know, willing enough or whatever. But none of it is the truth. It's just the vibrational mismatch that is happening, you see. And the truth is this, that if a certain person is not vibrationally ready to receive a certain message, then it is not the right time to impose that message on them, because they are not going to need it in their journey. Every message has a way to serve us at a certain juncture in our journey. If they are not at that juncture, that message is not needed. And that is why the universe tells us sometimes, do not share it right now. It's not needed. Sometimes we feel we are too excited. We just want to share what's going on with our life, but we forget the difference between our vibration. You know, where are you vibrationally speaking? If you ask yourself this question, where I am vibrationally, where I am in my stage of consciousness, what are some of the things I have healed? What are some of the lessons I've learned? These are clues to knowing where you are vibrationally, right? And the person that I am interacting with, have they done the similar work? Have they done that sort of healing? Have they learned all those lessons? Have they gone through the same spiritual phases that I have gone through? If not, chances are they are not in that vibrational place, right? And if you can read energy, you can always know that a certain person is in that vibrational place or not, right? Now the thing is, No matter how hard you try to communicate some high vibrational ideas, because a lot of messages, spiritual messages, or the things that we want to share with other people are high vibrational wisdom. They are only relevant to a person who is ripe and ready. Okay, but if a person is not vibrationally ready, they cannot match up with your frequency and receive it. So what happens is, during communication, two things happen. Either you go down in your vibration at their level and communicate, or the other person moves up to receive what you're trying to communicate. But both have a cap to it. Both have a limit to it. You cannot move too down, because then it will affect your state of being, and the message will become more and more diluted, because you're trying to just serve it from their perspective, and their perspective is just not enough, right? And if the other person tries to move up, there is a cap too. There is only so much that they can jump, after which they cannot jump or move up, because they are not vibrationally light enough to float up. You see, there's a gravity that is pulling them. So when this cap is matched, that is when communication happens. But if they are like here and you come down to like here, and there's still this difference going on, communication won't happen. You have to realize the vibrational gap that is going on. And the easiest way to maneuver through situations like this, if you are with a person with whom you want to communicate and you're experiencing a lot of cognitive dissonance, spiritual communication barriers, vibrational communication barriers, which we are talking about today, the first thing to understand is that it does not mean that you cannot talk with them or communicate with them or anything at all. That is not the point. What I'm trying to say, I'm trying to emphasize, is that there are certain things that you cannot communicate with them right now, not yet. But there are loads of things. The vibrational nature of those things are at a similar place where they are at, and you can communicate those stuff with them. And those are the things that is going to help them. Okay? So do not impose stuff on them when that is not ready, when the people are not ready. Okay? Talk about the things that they are ready to receive. Now you have to also be conscious of your own boundaries, that you do not find yourself dwelling into a place which you do not enjoy and do not resonate just to have communication, because that will affect you. Understand that there is a sweet spot where the things that resonates with them and the things that resonates with you matches, and talk about that. For me, for example, I'm going to share something like, I have some friends, very few friends, and these friends are kind of close. And I know that there are things that I can talk with my friends and things that they are not going to get it. Okay? Some friends are spiritual in nature, and I can freely talk about all sorts of spiritual stuff, and they're going to get it. But there are other things that they are not going to get. And there are other friends who are not that much into the spiritual journey as of yet, so I do not open up to them about my spiritual problems and challenges and what I'm experiencing, in my life. But I try to find out the things that connects us, where we both can jive. For example, music. A certain friend, if they are not into the spirituality yet, but they are into music, and I am into music, we are going to talk about music. And if many times I've noticed that if they are experiencing some challenges, I can use my understanding and my experiences with music and give them a message in the context of music, because they understand the context of music and art, and then they'll get it, you see. And that way we communicate. Yes, this is what is important, recognizing your boundaries, that yeah, we cannot talk about that stuff, not yet, maybe one day, maybe not, we do not know, but we can talk about the things that I enjoy and you enjoy, and we do that, right? So this is what I want to share with you. If you're experiencing spiritual communication barriers, find out the place, the sweet spot where you both jive at, and talk in that area and see what happens, right? So if this has helped, if all that I've shared with you has resonated with you, and you can find similarities in your experiences, what you're going through, then let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what are your experiences with spiritual communication barriers and what challenges you're experiencing, if you're experiencing them. And if you want to receive my own handcrafted newsletters where I am sharing my spiritual guidance on the spiritual awakening journey, then do sign up for my newsletters. The link will be in the description of this video. And if you want to have a private one-on-one coaching sessions with me, I am offering private one-on-one coaching session, and they are usually 1 hour long, where I will get to interact with you directly over a Zoom call and will be helping you with your spiritual awakening challenges, right? So if you want to book a session with me, just reach out to me over my private email. It will be given in the description of this video. Send me an inquiry and I'll let you know how to book a session, right? And I am also in the process of developing a new 6-week program. This program is all about boosting your inner harmony, connecting with your inner guidance system, so that you can live your purpose fully, allow abundance in all areas of your life, and live magically in fourth density state of consciousness. If you want to know more about the program, then send me an inquiry in my private email. It's in the description. Right now I'm developing and testing it, so I am giving a special discount. So if you join now, you can get that discount, right? So if you have enjoyed this video, give this video a like, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I'll see you again soon. Have fun.